Although John Hammond was characterized as an egotistical monster, in the original novel Jurassic Park, the blockbuster film version transformed this characterization, something that Jurassic World Dominion can correct. Jurassic World Dominion has a lot of work to do, in order to bring the Jurassic World trilogy to a successful conclusion. Bringing back the main characters from the Jurassic Park trilogy is a good start, but Jurassic World Dominion also has to explain the franchise's ridiculous ending, rectify Dr. Grant's character arc, and give Clara and Owen's narrative a decent conclusion. Given the number of plot threads and character details that Jurassic World Dominion must manage, it seems reasonable to assume that the trilogy's conclusion will not attempt to rectify anything from the original Jurassic Park trilogy. After all, there's a lot to clear up without changing too many aspects from the previous franchise. Even if it is 5 movies later, certain of Jurassic Park's divergences from the original text deserve to be addressed. In Steven Spielberg's film adaptation of Jurassic Park, Wayne Knight's character Dennis Nerdy takes the brunt of the responsibility for spreading havoc by mistakenly releasing dinosaurs on the theme park, killing dozens of people in the process. The greedy, unscrupulous InGen employee is almost entirely to blame for the impending calamity, yet that isn't how the original Jurassic Park novel ends. Park owner and billionaire philanthropist, John Hammond is presented as a crafty, greedy, and amoral figure responsible for his eventual fate in author Michael Crichton's book version of Jurassic Park. Jurassic World Dominion, as the final installment in the Jurassic Park franchise, has the opportunity to revisit this plot point. Regardless of how great his film adaptation is, the idea that Jurassic Park's original designer was a good guy who just made a mistake by hiring and trusting the endless Nedry has never been very credible. The Biosyn and Gent subplot is featured in the original Jurassic Park novel, but Dennis Nedry's book counterpart is pushed to betray Hammond by his boss's maltreatment, underpayment, threats, and eventually blackmail. Although the Jurassic Park series' ostensible theme is that humans should not play God, the movie's portrayal of Richard Attenborough's Hammond as a benevolent, affable, and compassionate figure does not support this claim. In the source novel, Hammond is an arrogant, short-sighted egomaniac, who shouldn't have been given the ability to create dinosaur clones solely because of his immense wealth. Whereas in the Jurassic Park film adaptation, Hammond's only flaw is that he gives an employee too many chances, and is too concerned with his own well-being. Jurassic World Dominion is perfectly situated to capitalize on the trend of working people being left in the lurch by power-hungry affluent employers and their power excursions. After all, Jurassic World Dominion begins with a world overrun by dinosaurs, implying that Hammond has now caused worldwide calamity rather than a few thousand deaths, however inadvertently. Dominion reunites the actors of Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, allowing the series to address Hammond's unseen flaws, and correct the record on his lethal legacy while still featuring the original stars. The most daring method to handle the discrepancies between Hammond's literary version and Jurassic Park's sanitized, benevolent billionaire is to include a flashback that relates the narrative of how the original park came to be. This might be a retconning of Jurassic Park's sweet-natured version of Hammond as his self-centered, irresponsible novel self. If that fails, Jurassic World Dominion could simply show the characters acknowledging that Nedry went to Biosyn because he was overworked and underpaid, or that Hammond's hubris caused the original park's failure, which led to all of these subsequent missteps and, eventually, a world overrun by dinosaurs. Interestingly, the Jurassic World trilogy has toyed with this plot territory before by depicting B.D. Wong's Dr. Henry Wu as an outright malicious actor, rather than a misguided scientist given too much power and too little oversight. Because Wu collaborated with Hammond on the first Jurassic Park film, one of Jurassic World Dominion's antagonists has a strong canon tie to the late hero. As a result, Jurassic World Dominion may represent Hammond, as his book self without requiring a Ghostbusters, Afterlife-style CGI appearance from his late actor's visage, rather than idolizing a figure who is explicitly the villain of the original novel. Jurassic World Dominion could explain the kind of character Crichton's book makes Hammond out to be, without having his Jurassic Park iteration appear on screen, by having Wu explain that his decision to create ever more lethal dinosaur hybrids was inspired by Hammond. While CGI allows for a number of late actors to appear on screen using special effects, John Hammond should not make an appearance in Jurassic World Dominion. The last installment of the Jurassic World trilogy should reinvent the character as a self-centered villain, and bringing back the charming Richard Attenborough would not help with this purpose, as the late actor was never much of a villain. Rather than depicting the character on screen again, the most effective way of revising the record regarding the novel Jurassic Park's original not-so-sweet villain, would be to use the existing cast of the original Jurassic Park trilogy and earlier Jurassic World movies to interrogate the character's legacy. Let us know what you feel about this in the comments section. Thanks for watching.